he's very much like, don't listen to Reilly. Like one of his main quotes is, don't listen to old Reilly, listen to new Reilly. Like Reilly from last year has no fucking idea what he's talking about. That guy
I can appreciate that.
Ridiculous, yeah.
I can appreciate that. That's good. Yeah.
But in for anything else that old Reilly was wrong about, it's because I'm trying to recheck my work constantly. If you ever ask me a question and I realize I'm answering the same way I answered it 15 years ago, I'm immediately suspicious of whatever I'm saying. Right? That it would seem, and so I would have to go through it again and then find out if that is still useful. And whenever I do love it, okay, it's probably still like that. But I'm trying to prove myself wrong constantly. And I'm excited when I do. It gets rewarding. So it's like, oh, I hope this can get better. Also, it's one of the reasons that I'm not a big technique guy. So like when you guys ask me questions like exact foot positioning and I give you kind of a non-answer, it's because like I'm not a technique focused person. I'm like a principle focused person. And so like I'm looking for the heuristics of behavior that we do in this shape, and I try to follow those rules. And if the technique you do happens to follow those rules, then it's probably correct. So when you go, is this technique right? I'm not even looking at the technique. I'm looking at like, are these boxes being checked? Probably right, you know? And then people get really excited and they go and they sell their own DVD on this, you know, the cool technique, and then people learn that, and that person who learns sucks because they thought it was the techniques and it wasn't, right? That's why I try to focus on like, what are the things that make this the thing? Which just turns out, by the way, very hard to market. So. But it is really good for coaching. So as my seminars become more difficult to teach, my students are more competitive. Because when I'm with them all the time and I'm like, principle, they win a lot of shit. It's just hard doing the digest. But I really think you guys should be, in any shape, really trying to get it as like gestural as possible. Like, what are the things, the big chunks that make this a thing in every shape? And it'll be easier when someone shows you technique to immediately embed it. You go, that doesn't follow the rules as I understand them. And then if you're like, wait, that really works and it's not following any of the rules, you revisit the rules and go, maybe I was wrong about the rules. And then you kind of keep doing that until you're dead. That's what we do.
Question. Do you have any a drill with you found success of improving the students and keeping them safe at the same time in the leg element? Like when you go into it, now what you show.
The one we did in the beginning of the types of standing, and then having to work through like, now you try to stand the correct way and then you get reaped and all the way over. Like I'd spend a lot of time in like this to this, or this to this, and like cooperatively showing all the shapes versus resisting the shapes helps them kind of learn how their knees are supposed to be. And then the other thing is not a technical thing or a drill, but more like a mindset on that you are a team and that you can't win by beating your teammates. So if I have a situation where if I have a teammate that we're drilling and they're doing something consistently wrong that I'm punishing, I'd be like, we gotta stop this. We gotta fix this. Like, we gotta shut this down because we both need to get better, and I can't do it if you've got this massive flaw. And I know it's a common joke of like, oh, don't show him my secrets. That is loaded the wrong way so much when people are operating that in the gym. Like, I need to really make sure you understand my secrets so we can improve upon them.
And be safe at the same time.
Yeah, and safety comes from a collective like, whoa, I need this to both be able to do this.
That's the experience of teaching a class. Sometimes if people doesn't know what to do the right place, right time, they get injured in class for even repping.
Sure.
And not to show them the right way to get them in the rep position and keeping yourself safe with that movement is a big deal. So that's why I want to implement that in the gym to make them not only safe and understand their body and the position, but improve themselves and the partner as it goes, because that's how you do it, because you basically failing and you feeling that how to should be right.
Yeah, and you can't get better by yourself, right? So you have to be understanding, and you have to be, you need them to be safe, you need them to not be injured, and you need them to understand. Otherwise, we can't do anything. So just one thing you can do is like most of the sparring that I run in the gym is always like good guy, bad guy sparring, where like, you're explaining like this isn't your sparring, it's my sparring right now, and then we'll switch. Like this is what we're working on. And so if sidebar, I really don't like open mats, but if I have to go to open mat and I'm going with you, the first time I'm doing is like, hey, I'm Reilly, what are you working on? That's the first thing I'll do. What are you working on? Cool, which leg do you want? Sure. Okay, let's do this one. And then we'll go, right? And then the first thing I'm gonna do is just get off the next card, right? And then I'll start showing layers, and if I shut them down, I'll be like, you want me to keep showing you that look or change the look? And by the end of the round, we'll probably both be better, but it would have been a lot more productive. There's no way I didn't get better from it. And then the next time we roll, he'll probably do the same thing. Now what are you working on, you know? And if I don't have anything, I'm like, well, I'm working on a top X guard, I guess, and then I'll work on it, right? It's hard in open mats because of all the ego. It's easier in your own gym because you're friends or whatever. But that's how most of my rolls go. And I've observed that high-level black belts that I see training, that's all they're ever doing. It's like they're over in a corner doing the same boring thing for 10 minutes straight, you know, and you'll go over and they're just gonna be like, they'll be like just here for 10 minutes and then talking how they're sitting that way. And they'll go back to here and they're discussing like this thing, right? Or something dumb like that. And that's why they're really good, right? They're not just trading cool guy submissions back and forth. You know what I mean? They're trying to figure out the heuristics of every little game. That's the end of my TED Talk. All right, good job, everybody.